Hey guys, Eric Zwick here. We got more Goofs coming your way. This week, it is Foolish Freight Cars, or known Troublesome Trucks, as seen here. You know the drill. Let's hop on to the next station, people. Let's get it. And let's also get the fact that Thomas actually has very wonky eyes. Okay, sorry. I thought his whistle was crooked, but it's not. My bad. Apparently, there's no brake van on Thomas either. That's the second goof already. Okay, now we can finally hear the narrator.
Not seen the fat controller.
Oh, sorry. Alright, now I can hear the narrator speak.
James had not seen the fat controller for several days. He was left alone for being naughty, and was not even allowed out to push coaches and trucks in the yard.
What a shame.
Oh dear, he thought, I shall have to stay in the shed for always, and no one will see my red coat again.
Why is James's eye very wonky? Also, why?
Because I went so fast I made a hole in one of my coaches that had to be mended with, of all things, a passenger's bootlace.
At last, the fat controller arrives, but guess what? He's not even facing his engine. It's so disgraceful. I guess Sir Tom Matt thinks his engine was such a disgrace that something had to be mended with, of all things, a passenger's bootlace. So embarrassing, he turns his head.
As the fat controller arrived. I see you are sorry, James, he said.
How can you see that? He's turned away.
I hope now that you will be a better engine. You have given me a lot of trouble. People are laughing at my railway, and I don't like that at all. I'm very sorry, sir, said James. I will try hard to behave. That's a good engine, said the fat controller. I want you to pull some trucks for me. James was delighted and puffed away.
Okay, why were Sir Tom Matt's cheeks blushing? That's kind of weird. And if that's not weird enough, here comes the lightning round! James's tender is derailed. There's no buffers behind him. Another set of wonky eyes. Oh, Thomas's eyes are wonky too. What a crap. That's horrible. There's also a shadow of a boxcar off screen, but you can't really see that. I'm going to take your word for it.
Here are your trucks, James, said Thomas. Have you got some bootlaces ready?
I don't know, Thomas. Has your lantern been on right way? Also, where's the station?
And he ran off, laughing.
Now it's weird. Now this next scene is actually weird. Thomas has James's freight A-train set, but in the next scene, one of the trucks is out of place.
Oh, said the trucks. We want a proper engine, not a red monster.
Now, James is outside the station, but in the next scene, he's inside. I'm guessing James has yet to schedule a new dome job as well.
Took no notice and started as soon as the guard was ready. Come along, come along.
Puffed as he got sticky tack on his part of his face. It looks like it right here. Yeah. By the way, the next scene, you think it's wrong, but this is archive footage from Trouble for Thomas, yes. But this is actually correct. So for anyone saying that this is a goof, it's actually not. Because this is actually right. Like, he is leaving from the station. But the trucks are virtually hesitant.
We won't, screamed the trucks. But James didn't care, and he pulled the screeching trucks sternly out of the station. The trucks tried hard to make him give up, but he still kept on. Sometimes their brakes would slip on, and sometimes their axles would run hot, and each time the trouble had to be put right. And each time James would start again, determined not to let them beat him.
Okay, this is not really a goof, but quick question. How many times does the narrator say each time I'm in the entire story? That's like 4 consecutive times.
Give up, you can't pull us, you can't, call the trucks. I can and I will, puffed James. And slowly but surely, he pulled them along the line.
You may want to pay attention to the trucks.
At last they saw Gordon's Hill. Look out for trouble, James, warned his driver. We'll go fast and get them up before they know it. Don't let them stop you.
Okay, let's go back a little. This is a straight axis. They're not even tilted. If they were on the hill, they need to be tilted.
Before they know it, don't let them stop you. So James went faster, and soon they were halfway up. I'm doing it, he panted. Will the top never come?
Your wheels are going backwards, James. Also, let's see what happens if he'll be aggressive. B-E aggressive with the Troublesome Trucks.
Then, with a sudden jerk...
Pay attention to this. There's 5 trucks going down the hill in a brake van. And reason I'm pointing out, you'll see.
It all came easier. I've done it, he puffed. Hooray! It's easy now. But his driver shut off steam. They'd done it again.
Yeah, and you've done it again by running on a straighter axis and not an upward angle.
We've left our tail behind. Look, the last...
Ux, we're missing one, apparently. One of them vanished.
We're running backwards down the hill. The coupling had snapped. But the guard stopped the trucks and got out to warn approaching engines.
There's nothing behind Edward.
Easy, said James.
When James gets back down,
the trucks carefully down,
there will be a freight car behind him. You can't see it on my screen, but seriously, there is a freight car behind Edward, though.
What silly things trucks are. There might have been an accident. Shall I help you, James? Called Edward. No, thank you, answered James. I'll pull them myself. Good. Don't let them beat you. You're doing well, whistled Edward.
Okay, that's a goof right there. He looked like he was struggling, but then, bam! Up the first portion with ease. This next goof is a little tricky.
James slowly struggled up the hill.
There's actually a wire pulling him up.
I can do it, he puffed. He pulled and puffed as hard as he could.
Not moving. And backwards wheels.
I've done it, he panted.
Okay, you're maybe on a straight axis, but you're supposed to be going downhill.
They reached...
Now there's nothing in the background. Oh.
Station safely, and James was resting in the yard when Edward pulled up. Beep, beep, he whistled. Then James saw...
Oh, Edward's tender has gotten derailed, unfortunately.
That controller. Oh dear, what will he say, he asked himself. But the fat controller was smiling. I was in Edward's train and I saw everything he said.
Yeah, including the fact that his eye gap is really off. His right eye is like much wider than the left, according to the side.
made the most troublesome trucks on the line behave. After that, you deserve to keep your red coat.
And thus marks the end of the story. Or is it? Wait a minute, do we have sticky tag on the fat controller? Oh, yes, we do, according to that barrel right there. Now marks the end of the story. If I missed any goofs, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Do not forget to like and subscribe if you want more. And turn on all post notifications for more updates. I've been Eric Zuick, signing off for now. Catch you guys at the next station, and we're heading to next week. All aboard!